Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your man, Book RD Muhammad from right here, plugged in the podcast as well as DTM, the creator of digital target marketing, where I show you guys how to fire your boss and live your life on your own terms and live your actual dreams. This podcast, right? I mean, this is not a podcast. Really, it's just an informational video. We do these periodically live and for free. But this one here is about posting your content and why you should post your content often. Now, there are several different schools of thought or theory or whatever you want to call it that will go into posting. People like on the level of Grant Cardone say you should post anywhere from 13 to 15 times a day. Gary Vee says you should post anywhere from 5 to 7 times a day. Now, I think both are correct, but I choose to go the Gary Vee route simply because it's the type of content that you want to post. But I also believe too in the Grant Cardone idea of posting. Now, if you are mixing those two together. Now, if you're going to be posting 13 to 17 times a day, you want to mix in some still content or still images. To post 17 video content a day, that's a daunting task, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you, and you or I don't have that kind of time. Now, the reason why people like Grant Cardone can post that many times a day, he has a lot of content that he has already done over the years. And he has a staff of people who can go into his previous videos and content and pull and dissect that the important part of the messages and create that to be a content. So trust and believe Grant Cardone himself, even though he's saying you to post that many times a day, he's not physically posting that many times a day. He has a video team that posts that many times a day. But it is a true statement. When you have that type of content that you can go into the library and pull and to create those type of videos, that's accurate. But up until that point to where you build up that type of video library and video content, I would safe to say you can post anywhere from 5 to 7 times a day. Go the Gary Vee approach and still mix in some still images that if you guys have watched previous videos of mine, you know that you can go onto Pinterest, platforms like Pinterest, and you can find those still images of content and use that to post. Now, this is why you want to post. If you can see my backdrop, my background images, this is what has happened in the last 28 days, ladies and gentlemen, from April the 15th to May the 12th, from posting 5 to 7 times a day. This is the numbers that you can get. Now, I understand because somebody's sitting in the back drinking their big old cup of hateration or their big old cup of haterade, and they saying, man, ain't nobody posting that kind of do that. If you send me, and this is why I really don't like posting receipts a lot of times, because all of us have the same 24 hours of the day. All of us have the same 7 days a week. All of us have the same 365 days in the year. What it boils down to, people, is the do's and the don'ts. If you want to do it, you find the time to do it. If you don't want to do it, you will always say, I don't have time to do it. And that's the biggest lie that the devil ever told himself. My grandmother used to say, you do what you want to do. And if you want to do it, you will do it. If you don't want to do it, you will find an excuse not to do it. But this, ladies and gentlemen, in the past 28 days is from my page, Book RD Muhammad, and you can see up 76,000 people reached. Instagram, 17,000 people reached. I'm up 132% on Facebook and up 14% on Instagram. Now, this is called engagements, people following behind you because you're posting that much. When you give the people content, now they have somebody that they will, it's called increasing your traffic flow. You want to increase the overall traffic flow to your page, to your business page, or to your products. When you have the foot traffic, when you have 76,000 people that's coming to your page in the past 30 days, 28 days, and this is just on one page, Facebook. Imagine if you had a store and you had 76,000 people come through to visit your store in the last 28 days. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Walmart numbers in the digital world. 76,000 people have came to see. Now, it is up to you and I, based on what brought them to our page, it's up to you and I to make sure that there is something on that page that's going to want to make them follow that page. Now, they already like the content that you're posting. So they liking what you're talking about. They like what you're saying. And they like the overall feel of your page. Now we have to get them to follow the page, like the page, share the page, comment on something that's on that page. Now, if you have a product, in a perfect world, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to have sold at least, listen, in 28 days, if I had a $1 product and 76,000 people came to my page in the last 28 days, just think about that. Let that sizzle in your spirit. That will be $76,000 a month. Just let that sizzle in your spirit on a $1 product. Now, I remember back in the day, and I put this in one of the books. I think I put it in Trust the Process. My biggest year was at the time when fidget spinners was popping. Fidget spinners was all over the place. True story. In the book, Trust the Process. That's why I put it in that book. If you trust it, it will happen for you. So I was sitting in a doctor's office with my daughter one time, and I was reading on this little pamphlet that they said that fidget spinners was a #1 hit amongst children who had ADD and ADHD. So I thought to myself right there, light bulb, boom. I immediately went to my manufacturers and I ordered, I created the page and the brand behind the fidget spinners. Found a great manufacturer at a great price. And this one, fidget spinners was popping at $4.99. Well, actually, they was going for $5.99. Then everybody jumped on the craze, and now they everywhere for $1. But I came in at $3.99 on fidget spinners, but I targeted through my posting. I targeted everyone who had an ADHD or ADD child and things like this. And I kept posting fidget spinners to that particular market. No cap. So when you guys increase your traffic flow by posting, you have to post, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be these one-hitter quitters and post one time and think that that's going to increase your traffic flow. You can't post 2 times a day. Not into this digital marketing world. You have to stay in your audience and in your followers thread. You have to stay on that thread. And you have to stay on that thread, I'm going to say 5 to 7 times a day, and make your posts noticeable and make them effective and make them count. Now, in the DTM program, we teach you all of the apps to get down. We teach you how to post. We teach you what content to post. We even show you how to create your post to make your post have that pop, boom. So you can increase that traffic flow to your business, to your page, or to the product or the service that you're offering your audience. This, ladies and gentlemen, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. This is why you need to post 3 to 7 times a day, 5 to 7 times a day. And the content that you post, you have to make it count. You have to make it count. If you guys are interested in learning how you can get these numbers to your business, to your product, or to your service, inbox me. Actually, just go ahead and straight call me. The number is in the profile. I don't hide anything, but I am here to show you how you can fire your boss and live your dreams. Just think if this was a $1 product. Ooh, just let that sizzle in your spirit for a minute. If that was listen, if you just had these numbers just off of Instagram, forget the Facebook, 76,000, forget that part. Dude, just deal with the 17,000. Now, to make this more understanding for you, cut that 17,000 number in half, 8,500. And if you had just a $1 product for 8,500 people, you couldn't tell me that $8,500 a month wouldn't change your life and your condition. Let's just even be more reasonable. Let's just say 4,000 out of 17,000 only bought your product or only bought your service. Is that or not, ladies and gentlemen, enough to change your life and change your condition to where you can fire your boss? All I'm asking you to do, if you want it, you have to do it, and you have to put your own sweat equity into it. If you can work 8 hours on the job for your boss, put 8 hours on yourself and see what happens, and that it changes your life. Hey, I'm Robert D. Muhammad at Book RD Muhammad, and I am also the info plug. I am your plug on giving you the information on what you need to do in order for you to get where you want to be. Hey, it's a wonderful life, family. You guys hit me up. Tune in next week. Actually, just keep your eyes on the page. Go in and follow the page. And every time that I do these, drop these little info tips, and every time I do these videos, you guys will get a notification to let you know that I'm putting some seasoning on your plate. So come back and hit me up again. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.